Did you know that 73% of teenage girls who abuse diet pills and 79% of teenage girls who self-purge frequently read women's fitness magazines and health magazines? Well, another study shows and reports that at age 13, 53% of American girls are unhappy with their bodies, and this is because of the things that they see on TV and the internet. That goes to 78% by the time these same girls reach 17. Well, what's true beauty? Well, let's start with what real actual beauty is. Beauty is a combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. The media is the main means of mass communication, for example, television, radio, newspapers, and the internet. These two things are very well connected in today's society. The media is the outlet where people get to see exactly what society thinks beauty is and what's beautiful and what's not beautiful. They then try to make themselves connect to these unrealistic molds of perfection that's not healthy for their self esteem or for them emotionally. My question is it ethical for the media and society to portray an unrealistic example of beauty and perfection? Well, look around you. This video is about how a company retouches their models to make them look unrealistic, and this company is targeting young teen girls in America for their makeup and clothing line. Now, this is a video that was played all across America on channels where they knew teenage girls would be watching. Why would you set out this unrealistic message for teens who you know they cannot reach this? So it would be unrealistic for them to strive for this. But it starts at a very young age. Before the makeup companies and before the swimsuit models, Barbie dolls are one of the most unrealistic examples for young girls today. And years ago, more than 90% of girls ages 3 to 10 own at least one Barbie doll. And Barbie dolls are the most sold doll in the US and worldwide. But they're so unrealistic. What are we having our kids look up to now? Well, we as people and young girls are not the only things that have to fit into this unrealistic mold. In math, there's something called the golden ratio. It is used to calculate and create the most pleasing shapes, of course, to the eye. Phi is the symbol that is associated with the golden ratio because it's perfectly proportioned within height, as you can see here. Then, for math, there's also a facial ratio mask that was made that most celebrities who get plastic surgery, they use this mask to fit their body features into them so that they'll be more pleasing to audiences and directors. As you can see on the far picture to the left, this is the young girl's face in the very beginning. Once they fit the mask onto her, she becomes a completely different person. And most people don't come out of the womb looking like this and will not look like this without a little plastic surgery or a little help from somebody else. Architecture is also affected by this ratio. Back in the 1800s in ancient Greece, a lot of structures were perfectly proportioned and had direct and blunt shapes, objects, and lines in them. There wasn't very much abstract features. Everything was the same. It would fit one mold. Now, on your right, this building in Sydney was seen as very ugly and didn't fit into the scenery and was very chaotic because it had so many abstract features and stuck out so much. We've grown as a society from today to back then where we can branch out more into things, into different architecture like this, but in society we still see women as how we saw them years ago. You have to fit a certain mold to be pretty. You have to be a certain size to be pretty. You have to be a certain skin color to be pretty. Speaking of skin color, not only media affects the status of your beauty. A lot of people have problems when it comes to their race because they're not one race, they're ugly because their skin color is not another, they're ugly because of the religion they practice, they're ugly. A lot of Indian women are seen as ugly because of the portrayal of their whole race or where they live. A lot of Chinese women may be seen as ugly because their eyes are small or because um, in America we see Chinese people as smarter than us, so we think, well, they're ugly and we don't like them because a lot of people make it seem as though they're smarter than us when beauty is really isn't connected to anything. It's more of a self-definition of what you find yourself as. But there are the good guys, and not everyone is all bad. Dove has a true beauty campaign where they use all size models, bare-faced models who really aren't actually models, they're real people, and they use them so that they can connect to the everyday person who looks like these people that they're using, and they want to show that these people, these normal people that they go to work every day are just as beautiful as the supermodels that they retouch and redo to try to connect to people that are unrealistic. This campaign started in 2004 with a video, workshops, sleepover events, and the publication of a book and a production of a play. This campaign aimed to celebrate the natural physical variation embodied by all women and inspire them to have confidence to be comfortable with themselves. Dove is a makeup brand that a lot of people connect to, and I find it very ethical that they use true models and real people in their campaigns to connect with people and show them that beauty isn't what you think it actually is. What makes you beautiful? Beauty is not something that the media can tell you. Beauty is not something you see in a magazine or on television. It is the self-definition of what makes you comfortable and what you like to see about yourself. You shouldn't base it off of the things you see around you, but what you feel inside, because only you can tell yourself what's beautiful about you. Thank you.